Welcome to the Spirit Podcast, and this show is brought to you by Ivy League Brand.
Yeah, that's right, guys. We have an official sponsor. Go check them out at ivyleaguebrand.com, ivyleaguebrand.com. Use promo code Spirit Podcast to get yourself 16% off your purchase.
And the link will be in the description to go to that website, and thank you very much. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Spirit Podcast, Coranacast Part 4. Spirit Podcast episode 74.
Is a milestone 75? Is that like a milestone?
I would say so, yes. Why not? Anything could be a milestone. We said it as.
I'm like 25, 50, 75, like obviously 100, but
I think 80 is a good one, and then 100 after that.
Nobody. Okay, so we're gonna celebrate 8.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, this is the great part about being a co-host. Half of your opinion matters, so.
You know what's so funny? It almost looks like you're just a black shape right now.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing you, because I don't even see your face. I just it's like I'm driving and it's like I'm driving in the night and I drive past a black person. That's what it looks like.
We're gonna have to definitely edit that out. But okay.
No, you don't, dude.
Hey, it's borderline racist. Anyway.
That's not even racist.
You could have just said a person dressed in black. You could have said that. But no, we went with ethnicity.
Bro, they're going to be like, oh, I know what he meant. Dude, it's not anything against them. It's just their skin color. You just sometimes can't see them in the night.
Which is the basis of all racism. There's nothing against them. It's just their skin color. It's like, fuck them, right?
I know it's their skin color, but it's like, it's not even...
Oh.
I wasn't even making fun of them. I was saying
I understand.
Fact.
Let's stop before it gets worse. Anyway, all lives matter. Speaking, though, of the African American community, I just got done with watching Surviving R.Kelly. Which,
really? You're into those weird shows, man.
Well,
I could never do one of those.
We're in lockdown, so it's a time to kind of
I guess
indulge in the weird shit. You know, I think as you get older, instead of watching superheroes and shit, you just watch murderers.
Yeah. That's fair.
The wife and I, Sunday, I want to say, we finished the Gabriel Fernandez trials, which was about a mother and wife, and then boyfriend beating and abusing a small child for 8 months. Her small child for 8 months, and then burning him and basically beating him to death.
Isn't that the one you texted me and said if you watch it you'll cry?
Cry in 5 minutes. Yes, first 5 minutes they describe what they did to this kid, and the ER nurse was crying as she was describing what happened, and that's an ER nurse, you know.
Yeah, like they see shit all the time.
Yeah, so very interesting show, and I highly recommend it because you get a glimpse in the deep disturbed nature that humans can take, and how Los Angeles County DCFS really dropped the ball hard on this kid, because I think it was like
this reminds me of that one case that just happened 6 months ago. It was a kid that was kind of around our area. Remember that kid went missing and
yes.
finally came up that his mom killed him or something?
Yes, you are correct. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, this kid was definitely failed by DCFS. The 4 different social workers went to this kid's house. A teacher made several calls to DCFS to have someone come and look at this kid, and they just gave him, they took the word of the mom on everything that happened with him. Everything. So, the mom would say, oh, he fell. They're like, oh, okay, great, he fell. You're there to investigate abuse by the parents, and you're going to take the parents' word as to what happened. What? You know?
We could do a better job, and we studied DCFS for 20 minutes.
Yes, exactly. I think if you and I saw that, we would be able to do something. Like, these people, these are actual social workers, and they completely failed this kid. And I mean, the signs were all over. The kid had like burns, scabs, marks.
What kind of play around is this kid doing with his friends?
Exactly. That's what they.
It's
like, oh, he fell off a bike. Okay, he fell off a bike and injured the front of his face, but why the back of his head, the top of his head, his wrists, his neck, his ears, his eye? Like, he looked like Joanna Jędrzejczyk after her fight with Jing. Literally looked like her. Awful.
Was there a reason to this beating, or was it?
Well, there's no reason to beat a kid this
Obviously,
much.
there's no reason, but
no.
Did the parents ever
No.
try and
No.
defend themselves, even though it's like literally, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say like.
Oh,
I'm
what
trying
was
to
their?
defend the parents,
Yeah.
just trying to understand.
Yeah. No. They had no reasoning. It was almost like sexual for them. They would text about it.
Gosh.
They would text about it and like kind of
Plan it off.
plan
during
it
day
in the
while they're
way-
at work, and then come home and do it.
plan it in the way you and I plan to play video games. Yes. Like, hey, I'll be home at 6. Hey, should I hit him tonight? And you want to like throw him in the closet and beat him up, and we can keep him from having food, and then we can fuck. Like, it was weird. It was weird. Yeah. They made him eat kitty litter. That was interesting.
Bro, what even leads to that? I have so many questions. Like,
Dude.
I just don't know how a person gets to that mindset.
What's interesting, they had 2 other kids, 2 older kids than this one, never abused them, never did anything bad to them, just this kid. This kid was the youngest, and mom gave birth to him, didn't love him, like literally said that to people that were in the hospital, like, I don't love him, like, I don't want him. And everyone told her to keep him. He didn't want to keep him. The dad was like, the father, the biological father, was in jail when she gave birth to him. And then she was like, okay, fine. She gave him to her gay uncle and his partner. And he lived with them for a really long time and had like a happy life. Like the uncles loved him. They took care of him. He was happy. He was healthy. Then he went and lived with his grandparents, and he was happy and healthy there. And then,
How old was this kid when he died?
8. Yeah, dude. And like the ER nurse was saying that his fractured skull was so bad that it was like cornmeal. Like, his scalp was like mush. Like, it was depressed and like soft and mushy. And like there's this gland and a muscle in the sternum of children. And it only like it lasts for like a couple of, like, I think the first like 14 years. And his was tremendously swollen. Like, I mean, huge. And the doctor said that you see that when when a child has gone through significant stress and trauma for a long period of time. I mean, his was off the charts swollen because he was just going home every night and getting the shit kicked out of him by this huge man. I mean, the boyfriend is massive. Like, I think he was like 6-something, 300 pounds.
So I'm hoping these people are either dead or in jail or fucking being used as fish bait, or
the boyfriend is on death row.
Okay.
And the mother pleaded guilty, and took a plea deal, so she's in jail for the rest of her life.
Wow.
That dude, it is depressing as fuck. Even the saddest thing is just because, like, there's literally a system in place to handle this. His teacher was like, hey, this doesn't look right. This kid's, like, coming here, and he looks like he's been through a war. Calls DCFS. DCFS is like, yeah, you definitely need to report that. Because you and I were mandated reporters, right? So,
Yeah.
So our teachers. So, like, this teacher reports it, and they file it. They send someone out to the house, and the social worker's like, oh, okay, goes there. It's like, doesn't even talk to the kid. Like, doesn't even talk to him. Talks to the parents. The parents tell him whatever the parents tell him. And like, okay, cool. And then leave. And then the police wouldn't show up when like neighbors called hearing like violence. Wouldn't show up until later that night at like 2 a.m. Wouldn't even ask to see the kid, and then take what the parents said and then leave. It's crazy.
Where was this out of?
Los Angeles, Palmdale, East Side Palmdale. So it's messy, dude. It was some fucked up shit to watch. But
So he died from the beatings.
yes. Yeah, I mean, they resuscitated him like 6 times. He coded and went into cardiac arrest like 4 or 5 times when they got to the hospital.
Like, you don't, like, even if he did survive, you're not even gonna have a life after that. Like, you're just...
I know. Like 3 days before the 3 days before he died, it was like Mother's Day, and he had a project at school, and he wrote like this thing about his mom. Like, I love my mommy. She's so nice. She's so pretty. I just want to make her happy, and like... I love her because she's beautiful, and I want to make her like all this stuff about wanting to make his mom happy, and like loving his mom because she's like this, and she's just like watching her boyfriend kick the shit out of her son, and getting off to it. Sick, bro. Sick. It's a good flick. You should check it out.
Wonder if she saw the biological father who was in jail through the son's eyes. So that's why she wanted the son to get beat up, because she almost saw it like it was his biological father getting beat up.
Yeah, possibly.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a good analysis, man.
Yeah, dude.
You should go into like counseling.
Just NCIS show.
NCIS, SVU. You wouldn't do well in SVU.
No.
Yeah. But the R.Kelly shit, dude.
I start laughing.
The R.Kelly shit is pretty interesting. That was pretty good.
Is he in jail, or what's
Yeah,
going on
he's
with
in
that?
jail. Yeah, he's in jail.
For the rest of his life, or what's going on with that?
I don't know where he's at with that sentence. Let's do a Google that. Let's see where we're at. Pull that shit up.
Hey, Jamie, pull up that. Can you pull up that clip, please, Jamie?
How long is R. Kelly in jail for? Help me out, Google.
Google, a long time.
The first time around this year, Kelly was charged with 11 counts of felony sexual abuse in Chicago, which each carry sentences of 3 to 7 years in prison. Oh, so he gone for a while.
He gone.
Oh, he gone. Man, that boy could sing like an angel, let me tell you. Wow.
So 11 times 7, 77. That boy's like 50 something. So
yeah, he's like in his 40s.
unless he
right
finds some good shit that keeps him alive, he gone. Aaron Hernandez. Talk to you later. Hepatitis. See you later.
Oh.
My dad never loved me.
Uh oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. You okay, buddy?
You never seen Kent Murphy?
No.
Oh, dude. Well,
Not talking like that,
bad.
no. A little bit, yeah.
No, dude, Kent Murphy on YouTube. He does like you know how baseball players that hit a ball like a home run, they pimp it.
Yeah.
Like they throw up the bat or whatever, and he would do like he would hit the ball and then he would say like "Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez," or like "Hepatitis, see you later," or like stupid shit like that. So when he hit a ball and he was like, "Oh, my dad never loved me."
That's beauty.
Oh, shit.
That's just
stuff.
good, clean comedy right there.
That's good, clean comedy.
That's good.
Hashtag good, clean comedy.
That's
Get
good,
it
clean
spreading,
comedy.
folks. We need some hashtag good, clean, more good, clean comedy.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing like hepatitis is good, clean comedy. And a father, hepatitis, it's HIV.
It's gay shit, bro.
Oh God, man, we're just gonna have to do a long, deep edit on this show. Holy shit!
The first 30 minutes is just an edit, and then it starts at 31 minutes.
Yeah. What happened that whole time? I mean, I can't tell you because I'll be privy to a hate crime.
Oh, man.
Oh. Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
You know what I was thinking about today?
Well.
Is what if...
How far you could throw a midget?
Every single game we played on Xbox and every single conversation we had was recorded.
That probably is.
And people can go back and hear what we've said against our enemies in Call of Duty. and they could track us on that shit.
We'd be in jail. I mean, I think that would be...
Jail.
We'd
That's
be in
all I can
jail.
really think about is
Today,
jail.
I hit a whole new level of low for saying things to the TV, playing Call of Duty. I hit a whole all-time low.
Really?
Yeah. So I started. I got that light machine gun, the new one that you can unlock. It came out a long time ago, but you can unlock it. And it's a good light machine gun.
Yeah.
So I come out with that because I needed to get 20 kills with it. So I start the thing in that, and they have floatable oxidation, so it's shipment and rust.
Okay.
So I'm in rust. Start out, die. Start out, die. Start out, die. I have gone 0 for 6. I haven't even killed anybody. I've hit markered everybody, and I can't pull someone down. I spawn, take 2 steps up the little pipeline in rust, snipered, dead. Fly off the thing, upside down. My guy does a backflip. And you know what I said? You know what came out of my mouth?
Well, think about it before you say it on the podcast.
You know what came out of my mouth? This is what came out of my mouth. With 100% confidence and not a care. This is what came out of my mouth. He's better than me.
Dude, I was expecting some, like, racist or, like, just really off-putting shit. He's just better than me. He's just better than me.
He's better than me. You know? And then it happened again, and I was like, and he is better than me. It was awful.
Oh, man.
I think I went like 6-25.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I mean, just dickered. You know, it wasn't even a contest. I wasn't even playing the same game.
Have you played the mode all Call of Duty's what Call of Duty players want is disgusting and like ...
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
whatever.
I played
Dude,
that.
That's insane.
Yes, it is, and they took it down. It's no longer there.
Yeah, because I played it 3 games of it yesterday. I think it's like, 15 on 15 in shipment?
Yes, it's 15 on 15.
You can't even
and different
move an inch.
in different game modes.
There's in your face.
There's like crank, and then there's fucking grind, and it's just the shittiest game modes in shipment with the largest amount of crowds. It's the worst. Then they had one after that was trust issues, I think is what it's called. And it was like all shipment all the time, but if you quit, there's a price. And I realized that the price is you fucking play Piccadilly. Like when you because when I started it, I started the playlist and I started to play, and then it was Piccadilly, and then I quit because someone called me, so I quit, and then I started up again. It was Piccadilly, and then I stopped again because someone else called me, and then it was Piccadilly. So it's like, okay, so you get to round 2 and it's fucking shipment, and then it's shipment from there on out, and then it's fucking Piccadilly if you quit.
Way.
Yeah,
dude, they are a bunch of trolls. That is hilarious.
Well, they won't listen to my suggestion and bring back bare bones. I need them to bring back bare bones.
What's bare bones?
There's no kill streaks.
Whoa.
There's no kill streaks. There's no kill streaks, and I don't even think kill cams.
Dude, VTOLs,
They make me angry. It almost makes me want to have a class with a launcher so I can take care of business.
Dude, do you know
And that's a commitment.
I ran into last night playing that I never thought I would?
A knife-wielding rocket launcher player.
Almost. Dude, I tweeted it. It was so bad. I ran into a riot shield using...
Oh, no.
No, a riot shield shotgun using camper.
Wow.
He was literally camping in a corner, switched to shotgun, switched back to riot shield. I want to know, what age did it start going wrong for this person?
Oh.
What age, what events happened in his life or their life or their or whatever life?
You know the story I just told you about Gabriel Fernandez? Same thing happened to that guy, but he survived.
Wow.
Yep. That's...
I mean...
Am I wrong? No. You can't tell me I'm wrong. That's a special type of hatred for your fellow mankind.
Have one of these things and go riot shield. shotgun. And you know what I'm going to do on this map? I'm going to camp. No.
What map was it?
It was Shipment.
Oh, what a
It was
dick.
in that little corner by the
Forklift?
by the forklift. You know, that little corner in the door where you can, like, stand by.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Because the door is slightly open from the shipment container. And he would literally sit there with his riot shield, pop out shotgun, riot shield. It's like, well,
We haven't dropped in 3 days, and I'm telling you, my mental health is much, much better. It's thanking me.
it's much better, yeah.
I also, for the first time in I think this whole quarantine or lockdown, I am sober.
Wow.
Yeah, not a drink, not a drop of alcohol. Yesterday,
Today.
Today, none.
Wow.
Yeah, yesterday I went for a while, and then I forgot what I had something, and then I immediately got a headache, and then the wife wanted wine, which never happens, so I was like, okay, let's have a glass of wine, and I had some sips, and I felt weird, and then I gave her the rest of mine, and I just went to bed with a headache, and I went, Dom, maybe this is your body telling you, stop drinking every day.
Who was the one that...
I think he wears an intensity t-shirt.
A couple days
yeah,
ago?
Yeah,
Who
whatever.
was this?
Well, yeah, sometimes it takes a while to realize you have a problem. What? Anyway, so, yeah, today is sober day. We're almost at the 24-hour mark.
Well, that's good. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think.
I actually had a couple White Claws last night, believe it or not.
That sounds so good. That's what I would drink, though. Right now, if there are White Claws in my house, I'd have one. So
you finished the Truly's case already?
Fuck yeah, I finished it the day next. I literally finished it the next day.
Dude, talk about, I don't know why, but it's a conspiracy theory popped in my head.
Oh.
Dude, so Joe Rogan had Brian Redban, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
You know how those guys wear space suits, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just get beyond
They
perfect.
get barbecued,
You know?
yeah.
They get up there, for sure.
Yeah.
And Joe was talking about the COVID epidemic and the virus thing. And he started making so much sense that it was scary about if a country wanted to take over the world, this is a fantastic way to do it. And I'm putting the 15-minute video where he's talking about it in like a sentence like that, so like you don't judge the sentence. We're gonna put a link in the description of that video where he's talking about it. That's more work for you, Dom. I'm sorry.
It's okay, just send me the link. That'd be cool.
But he was making a stupid amount of sense where he was even looking at Jamie. He was like, "You're scared, aren't you?" And Jamie was like, "Yeah, dude."
Yeah, I'm fucking scared.
Okay.
A, I'm high. B, I'm already anxious. And C, you're in a space outfit. Like, of course I'm scared. Yeah. No, I'm telling you, like, I'm beyond angry with this whole situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even tell you the last time I went a day where I haven't said fuck China. Because it's and again, if you are Chinese and you're listening to this podcast, I have nothing against you. I have everything against your government. Everything against your government. Nothing against you. The people that run your country, I hope they burn in hell. You know?
China lied, people died.
China lied, people died. This is 100% their fault. They have no regulations on their wet markets that they have in their country, which is where this disease spread from. And then when the disease started to get bad, they muzzled, they silenced, imprisoned, and killed scientists and doctors and journalists who tried to tell the world, hey, we have a fucking problem. And they kept it from us. They lied on top of keeping it from us. When they finally told us, they lied in their data that they gave us to make it look like it wasn't that bad initially. And in fact, it is.
Shouldn't that be like
illegal?
Like jail time?
I mean,
basically their responsibility is thousands and thousands of murders. or deaths.
Yes, millions. And
Yeah.
they're responsible not only for the deaths that occur, they're responsible for the trillions and zillions of dollars that are being lost currently because the entire world has shut down.
Okay, so let me ask you, do you think it was actually started by accident, or do you think it was started on purpose?
That's the thing. I heard reports, or I heard through like the Twitter sphere, so how, the trustworthy is that, but I heard that people said that looking at the virus as its structure looks man-made. It looks like it was created in a lab. Don't know if that's true. Don't know if that's false. But you have to keep in mind, you're talking about a country that for decades has done its best to regulate its population. This country has has killed, aborted several babies, has kept families from having more than one, in which if you get found out, you're thrown in jail and then the baby is killed. You are talking about a country that, quote unquote, saved its huge income disparity or its extreme poverty by killing its population.
Okay, so off of that, I have two things. First thing is, my brother's girlfriend's horse had this virus a couple years ago. And it did like some crazy damage to the horse. Like the horse almost died. So that was interesting when I heard that. I was like, I didn't know this was a horse thing before. Second thing, in what ways, because whether we like it or not, America is not going to be the same after this. It's just, do people think that, I wanted to go back to normal? Not going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. So my question for you is, what ways do you think America is going to be different after this, either economically or when it comes to the seasonal flu health-wise?
Well, I think in what needs to happen is, Trump has been saying it for a while, we need to get stronger border security. We need to get our dependence off other countries as far as manufacturing become more America-centered. We need to build, create, make our own shit in this country because we have the ability to. We need to stop outsourcing shit to Chinese factories and to putting jobs and people and products from that country into ours. We need to make it here. Why aren't we making our own PPE equipment? Why aren't we making our own masks and ventilators and all that shit? Why aren't we doing? Trump's been saying that. We need to become more independent as far as our manufacturing goes. We have to.
Self-reliant.
We cannot be reliant on China because this is the type of shit that happens. Look at where we're at.
The amount of jobs that would come as a result of that would be just ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to make tremendous strides as far as medically after this. I think we're going to make tremendous strides in becoming more self-sufficient in areas we need to. And I think companies as a whole will realize that the whole idea of an office space may be outdated.
An office space meaning like 9-to-5 desk jobs?
Not the 9-to-5, but a desk job where you have to go to a building.
Oh, okay. So it's a lot more at-home office working.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, driving somewhere to sit at a desk with a computer. I mean, you could literally walk downstairs and do the same exact thing. We have the technology nowadays where you could have the same exact thing at home that you do there. No doubt, yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
I really think that as a global entity, the United States needs to lead the charge in condemning China and saying, look, we're going to pull shit out of this country. We're going to sanction you. We're not going to buy your goods. We're not going to put our manufacturing in you. We're not going to have open border travel where people can just hop on a plane and come here with a passport. No, you need to fix your shit. You need to stop these wet markets. You need to have some kind of fucking agricultural responsibility on the produce that you're producing, the meat and the shit that you're producing, if this is truly a accidentally outbreak, which some people think it is, some people think it isn't. But there needs to be a global stand against this bullshit. Because this is the third disease I think China has had outbreak because of their low, if none, standards on food and regulation. It's got to stop. Because it's cost us trillions of dollars. And it's time for people to wake up to that.
Obviously there'd be a lot of sacrifices we would have to make if we completely stop having other countries produce things for us. And that would obviously, do you think that would have a downplay in the economic side of things?
Well, I think initially there will be, but like you said, there will be jobs created. You will have factories in America making American products. Your iPhones would be made here. Sure, but they're like, oh, it has to be expensive. Well, that's because everybody fucking wants a $20 minimum wage. You're like, okay, no. But, like, you will probably see it hurt a little bit, but I'm not saying we don't do business with other countries. Let's put some manufacturing in Japan where they have a little better standards, or South Korea. But China doesn't give a fuck. It is a communist country, and they solely care about their governing body. They don't care about their people. They care solely about their governing body. 100%. It works. It only works for the people in their government. It does not work for its people. Just bar none.
It was interesting to hear lately. It's staying on the subject of COVID, but I don't know if you've heard this. The New York governor was making a speech upon everything that's going on in New York and how it's like such a big epidemic there, which is like, it's crazy that most of the cases are in New York. It's like a weird hotspot.
Well, no, it's because it's a traveling hub. A lot of Chinese people go there for business. The same reason why Italy's that way, because there's a lot of factories in Italy where Chinese people work, so they're traveling to and fro. And also it's a tourist destination. That's why Chicago has a lot of things. It's a tourist destination. There's a lot of business here. Same with California. It's these major cities that are tourist attractions and global trade hotspots.
Because Tucker Carlson was doing a bit on it, and he was talking about how the New York governor was making a speech like how life is so valuable and like we're taking all the steps to save the valuable lives and all that kind of fun stuff. But then a couple months ago, he was the person that allows abortion up to birth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Up to birth.
Yeah. It's the great irony in the left, because they are champions of getting rid of the death penalty in prisons, like for murderers and molesters and rapists. They're cool with getting rid of the death penalty for that, but they're willing to kill a child that's 9 months, if not already born. It's great. It's ironic. It's beyond ironic. And they even in New York, part of that law that you're talking about, part of it was that if a woman's walking down the street and she is pregnant and someone comes up to her and clobbers her over the head, she falls and she's pregnant, even if she wanted to keep the baby, they used to be able to try the person for murder if the baby died. This law makes it they can't. Even if
they're responsible for only the girl's death and not the baby's.
Well, they're responsible for the burglary. If the lady doesn't die and he just knocks her down,
but the baby dies.
The baby dies. She's fine, but he took her purse. He's just responsible for a burglary, not a death. Even if she wanted to keep it, she knows she's pregnant. She knows she's 8 months pregnant. Clearly she knows she's 8 months pregnant. Well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
A lady gave birth and didn't know she was pregnant that my wife works with.
Insane.
My wife works with this person. She works in the medical field, and she had no idea she was pregnant. Whatever. But let's say she's 8 months pregnant. She's walking on the street. She's got her purse on her hip, and the fucking burglar comes, knocks her down, grabs the purse, and takes off. She goes to the doctor. Your baby's dead. Can't charge him with murder. Can only charge him with a robbery because of this new law. It's a crazy fucking law. So, Yeah, you're right. It is. It's stupid. This guy's going up there. We're gonna do our best. Life is valuable. Meanwhile, only if you're like 28 or 65.
Just the whole like up to birth thing is just like I don't even know like how you comprehend that. Like being able to be okay with aborting a baby. Like let's say at even 6 months, even at 7 months, it's just like
Yeah.
It's just like it makes you sick to your. I don't know, but anyways, what have you thought about? I mean, I'm sure you've seen it because you've been scrolling through the Twitter spheres. What have you thought about people with a decent amount of money wanting to almost buy their fame? You see a lot of people that are giving away money for like if I'll like give like 3 retweets, I'll give away this, or like anybody who likes this, I'll give away money, or like I'm bored, who wants some money? Like, what have you thought about that? If you have seen that,
It's really really weird and shallow. If the Spirit Podcast can do it, I would. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough.
Right?
We don't have enough money to do that. It is bizarre. It's like, hey, I'm gonna buy my friends. Like what? It's like in high school and you have like an Xbox and no one else has an Xbox and you fucking pay for people to follow you. What is that you're showing me?
It's just a cute girl.
It's just a cute girl. I went on a purge. And got rid of people that were following us on the Instagram. Went on a purge. So.
What do you mean went on a purge?
I got rid of.
You unfollowed the people that weren't following us?
No. I unfollowed the bots that were following us and us following them, and the girls that are just the Insta hosts, like I was tweeting about. Yeah. They just keep it coming. Those Insta hosts.
Because it's like a thing now, dude. Like every time I at least see one that I scroll through Twitter, and it's at least one like, who wants like $100? Like if you gotta follow me and a retweet, and I'll give you $1. It's like what? Like.
Well, my favorite was like, I'll give away free jerseys if the Cavs win. I mean, if the Lakers win the NBA Finals, and then you like go into the thing. All you gotta do is like this post, and then you hit the more button, and it's like this post, and then follow every single person I follow, and then hit done in the comments. It's like, oh god, I don't want to follow 175 people and have my timeline just bombarded with bullshit I don't care about. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very, it's crazy. I never expected social media to go that route. Where
the cheap route.
Social media fame is that important to you, where you're giving away your money for followers and fame. Like that's crazy to me. I don't know. It's like, what does that even mean? Like followers. Retweets.
Well,
like, what does that even mean in all reality of things?
It's eyes. It's eyes on a page, and if you can get more eyes on a page, companies see it more valuable. Hey, this person gets this many clicks on their website. That means if we do a sponsorship with them, that many people will have eyes on our website. So, I mean...
Well, it's just sad that people are putting money above having good content that people would actually want to actually fucking watch.
I agree with that.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
It's sad to become where people are lazy enough where they have the money, where they're like, I could just fucking offer people $100 if they follow and retweet this, rather than having actual good content for people to actually wanting to see.
I'm just tired with people with money who are like on Twitter and Instagram saying, stay the fuck home. Do everyone a favor.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, douchebag, what's that in the background? Is that a pool in an indoor gym on a nice balcony in the California hills? Why don't you eat my cock? Like... Sure, we can. You've made your money. You got it all in the bank. There's an entire economy that's completely crippled right now, and people are dying. So, shut up. It pisses me off beyond all belief to see that shit.
One thing that I've heard is popping off since this whole quarantine thing has started has been Tinder. I've heard that's been popping off.
Oh,
so
gosh.
I decided to give it a 2-day trial.
Who said this is popping off?
It was Jack. He's been on our podcast. I had to listen. He's been on a roll lately with the whole Tinder fear, Tinder's fear, Twitter's fear, Tinder fear. Still had to give it a shot. I gave it a 2-day shot. Had a couple matches.
Got a couple dates lined up after the quarantine.
I just couldn't get into it, man. And I couldn't get into the whole. What are you doing? Oh my gosh! What do you look like? Ugh, like the whole.
When
like,
is this gonna be over? I can't
couldn't
wait.
Get into the whole fake conversation.
Dude, it's not worth your time. You're gonna
No,
get.
it's not. Yeah, it's.
You fucking wanna like have something that's worth your time. Get on like Christian Mingle.
Yeah.
You know, like get on something where even if you don't work out as a couple, you'll still meet some decent fucking people. Like you're just gonna meet trolls on Tinder.
Well, this is a good topic. I wanted to ask you this. What do you think about men and women being like actual friends?
I think we've talked about this on a later show.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, for sure. But we can talk about it. It doesn't matter. There's things. You can always talk about this. I don't know. I'm friends with like 2. I'm friends with 2. But it's definitely a delicate balance because you don't you obviously like if I'm gonna have a conversation with my girlfriends, I'm not gonna have it at night when my wife is home, and that sounds weird, but the reason I'm not gonna do that is because I don't want my wife to feel like nothing's going to be bad in this conversation that I'm having with my friend, but I don't want my wife to be like, hey, I'm home from work, you're home from work, and you're going to spend your time on the phone with another girl.
Okay.
Where it's like, if I have free time and she's at work and I have like a second or whatever, I'll give someone a call. You know, that's a different story. Or they'll call me or, you know, a Snapchat or whatever. But, like, if I'm with my wife, I don't really want to spend my time or have her feel like I'm spending my time talking to another woman.
That's just
that's
not right.
Yeah, even if it's not like that.
Yeah.
But I think it's possible. But there's definitely, like, when you're dating, I think it's something that you got to be upfront and honest with when you start dating someone. Like, hey, I have a really close friend. She's a girl. You know?
Yeah.
That's...
I don't know. It just seems very kind of... What's that word? Hypocritical, you know? Because I have a problem with it when they're having... Let's say they're having a conversation about our relationship, you know?
With a boyfriend?
Like, let's say I was dating a girl, and the girl was having a conversation about our relationship with another dude, you know? Like, if she feels the need to have those types of conversation with another guy, she's going to him for something that you're not providing her. You know, that she feels the need to go off and talk to someone else about her relationship problems, where she should actually be coming to the main source of where the problems is coming from to talk through them.
Yeah, no, that's true. I definitely get that. I don't think you'd want to go to... I mean, I don't know. Because I'll tell you, like, when I was in college and shit, a lot of my friends who were women would come to me and talk to me about relationship shit. And they would, because I would be able to tell them what the boy was thinking.
A man's perspective. Yeah,
right.
I get that.
It's like, you know, hey, he might be saying this, he might be doing this, but he's really trying to do the, you know, like, it would be like that. And then when they would tell me something that was really whack, I'd be like, no, fucking guys, don't do that. That's fucked up. You should definitely break up with them. Like, that kind of thing. But it just gave that kind of perspective.
I don't know. It's weird for me to see a guy being a good friend with a woman, and this is going to cause so much drama. But, like, let's say those friends that you were friends with that were girls, right? Mm-hmm. Was your intention meeting them, the first time you met them, was your mind in a set like, oh, dang, she's pretty, and I kind of want to get to know her in that way? Like, was it the reason that you were friends with them just because they friend-zoned you? Or were you just friends because you're just genuinely wanted to be friends with the girl herself?
I would say friends with them in general was my angle. Because I had a very specific type, and I could literally tell if my connection with women was very instant. There wasn't, and like I think that's a lot of guys. I think there was something that
Yeah.
said like guys know they want to be with someone within like 8 minutes or not even.
Yeah.
I knew like when I met girls that I eventually dated, I was like I want to date them, and I knew girls that I met that was like I don't want to date you, but you seem nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But, but again, that doesn't go for every guy. I think that I just think that women have a hard time when guys have girlfriends because the general consensus and the general feeling is that guys can turn a friendship into sexual quickly and without much consideration because it's just they're just differently wired. Where a girl needs, I'd say, a lot more to get.
Attention.
Yeah, no, they need a lot more. Usually, they need a lot more discerning time to figure out if they want to be with a boy sexually, physically, emotionally. 100% vulnerable. I think they need more time with a boy to learn that, whereas a guy doesn't need that much time to know, hey, I can let my guard down with this chick, or hey, I can talk to this chick, or hey, I want to make out with this girl. I think they make quicker decisions when it comes to that type of relationship because guys don't really have much to risk.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, like, Elliot Holst was talking about this whole thing. That's why I'm bringing it up. So, I wanted to know another person's perspective on the whole thing. Because his whole perspective was, like, when you're meeting a girl, like, you really got to be honest with yourself. It's like, are you okay with being friends with her? You know, like, are you, like, the first thing, like, you see that girl, like, you're attracted to her. You know, so it's, like, it's weird that you just want to be friends with her if you're attracted to her. Like, that's kind of like putting his whole thing in perspective. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of girls.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. It's a very touchy subject.
Oh, it is. It's a tightrope because, like, you literally, like I said, I don't want to have a friendship that's going to make my wife uncomfortable, even though we both know that there's nothing more than a friendship. Yeah. It's like the girl that I am friends with is married and has 2 kids.
Yeah.
And I think that that's super important for couples, married or not, to have friends kind of away from each other. There's something about having your boys, obviously, but I think there's something about having friends that you literally maybe met recently, maybe not in the same time frame as when you met your wife or your boyfriend or your husband, but that are kind of newer friends that you have in your life. I think that's important. I think that you shouldn't. I'm not actively looking for girls to become friends with. I'm not. But the ones I have, I'm good being friends with them. They're great people. I trust them. I know them. They know things about me. I know things about them. And, we got each other's back.
I think it just comes down to, like, what your actual definition of a friend is. Like, is it actually, like, what I'm talking about is, like, you have the same relationship with that girl, so to say, than you do with, like, me. Like we're like homies, we're like boys. Like, do you have the same relationship?
I mean, I'll take a picture and
friends with,
I'll take a picture of my dick and send it to you.
Like, what's your definition of a friend? Like, are you just being friendly with them, or is it like you actually rely on them for stuff, or is it, I don't know. That's kind of
no. I think it's a different type of friendship that you have when you're in a relationship that you would with the opposite sex. Is a different kind of relationship. Sure. Not a lot of snap pictures. We don't need to Snapchat pictures to each other. Yeah. My friend actually Snapchatted me today, like a chat, and said, "You were in my dream," and I was like, "What?" and then I was like, "I'm sorry." She's like, "Yeah, you should be," and I was like, "Oh no, what?" And she went to tell me, she was like, "You and Franca were my children's doctors, and you were like taking care of them, and you were helping them," and she was like keeping them safe and you were making them laugh because they were scared. And I was like, oh, well, see, that's happy. Like,
You're even a good dude in people's dreams.
I know, I'm just a sweet man.
If only they got to know you.
I know, right? They would find out what I said to people on Call of Duty.
If only they played COD with you for a couple of games.
Who've done nothing to me.
That's all it takes, dude.
I played again, and before I said that guy's better than me,
yeah.
I shot at someone, wounded them really badly, and then they got lucky and got a headshot while I was hitting them. And I just went, I don't know who you are. And I said at this comment, I go, I don't know who you are, but I want you to die. I was like, I'm so mad. And that's like, is that healthy? Probably not, you know?
That's not normal, dude. That's not healthy whatsoever. Like, I don't know. Just how quickly your brain just goes to just pure rage and anger at somebody in a game like that. It's just hilarious.
I said, I screamed, you are COVID. I screamed that. I was like, you're coronavirus. You are the problem. It's messed up. Goes to a dark place, dude. But watch that R.Kelly doc.
I'm not watching the Tiger King documentary. I'm not.
You have to.
Dude.
You have to.
I'm not gonna.
Oh my god, you have to. Why don't you want to? Stop being so hipster.
Murder mystery. I have no interest in it whatsoever.
There's no murder mystery. It's literally just a documentary about a crazy dude that owns tigers. And like he wants to kill this bitch. That's all it is. It's not like a murder mystery. It's not actually.
But doesn't the bitch end up killing him?
No.
So the tiger dude is still alive?
Yeah, he's in jail.
For what?
Conspiring to hire a hitman to kill her.
So there's a documentary on the case that blew out and like actually went through the case on the hitman shit.
It's not, like, it's not like a lawyer office collecting evidence type documentary. It's like, look at these fucking tigers and we're gonna blow some shit up and this bitch Carol Bassett. It's literally just a crazy fucking nut job story. You'd love it. You really should watch it. You would love it.
I'll put it on my to-do list.
Watch it tonight. Watch episode 1 tonight, and you tell me right now, you're like, this is fucking gold. Bro, I'm buying a tiger tomorrow. I'm opening my own zoo. You will literally tell me that.
I did want to be a zoologist for a while.
I think we should do it. I think you should do it. I'll help.
Like, bro, can you imagine having just like a fucking tiger? I heard it.
I think our podcast would take off if you had tigers.
Can you imagine how many stories I'd have if I owned tigers?
More stories, less fingers.
Yo, I'd name the tiger like Bo or some shit. Just like Duke. Yo, guess what Duke did today, dude? There was a little chihuahua fucking ate that shit, bro. He's crazy.
He's crazy.
That'd be insane.
You would love this fucking documentary. You would love it. You would love it.
I might check it out.
Because the characters, like, literally, it's just like dirty Southern people and bullshit that they did against each other, and at the same time, there's pretty tigers.
Is it basically like a gay Duck Dynasty, but that owned tigers?
Sure. And if that'll get you to watch it, yes.
If that will get you to watch it.
The guy walks around with a revolver strapped to his hip. He's a big gay man with a blonde mullet who owns 200 tigers. With a handlebar mustache like Hulk Hogan. Need I say more?
Yeah, that's true. I might check it out. I don't know. We'll see. Man, you got anything else?
No. I'm tired of this fucking lockdown, dude.
I'm pretty much doing the same shit, man. I'm pretty secure on a job I'm gonna get tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. It's an essential job, dude. So I'm gonna be working, dude.
Wait, you got a job?
So yeah,
nice.
Pretty much doing the same shit though. To be honest, man, going to the gym, eating.
I'm stunned that your gym is open.
Dude, I've been going to our friends in the
neighborhood. So yours actually did close down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it did. Like a couple weeks ago.
That's sad, dude. It's fucking sad. I need to go. I don't have any motivation to work out at my house. I have none. And
come work out with me, bro.
I am not driving that far to work out. Just not. I can't do it. Maybe if I pulled like the cars out of my garage and I did it in there, maybe I would have motivation. But I'm telling you, the idea of working out in my living room is nauseating to me. So,
dude, this dark ass shit back here with all these boxes, I'm gonna make a gym in here.
There you go.
Mark my word.
There you go. I'd hope
badass.
eventually you'd move out of your parents, but okay.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's the goal.
That's the dream.
That's the whole reason I'm getting the full-time job gig.
Yeah.
You know,
beauty.
but when your work gets closed to a virus made in China, it's a little difficult.
I love it.
China.
I love that they're trying to turn that onto racism. It's like, you fucking motherfuckers.
Well, Spanish flu. Isn't that racist?
Spanish flu, Rocky Mountain yellow fever, SARS, Ebola, Zika, every disease that's ever been
it's
created.
No,
it's not.
It's just like calling me white. Like I'm white. The virus came from China.
The third one. This is the third one.
See, I
now, if he called it the squinty-eyed virus, we have a problem.
Yeah, then it's like if it was like the virus that came from where those people all look the same. Yeah, that might be a little racist.
Yes. We're the can't drive virus. We got problems. But
the yellow people virus.
Oh, okay, he said it. But like if you just say Chinese virus, you're good. You're good. So, you know.
Oh, man. That was good. That was good, dude. That was a little bit. That was good.
It's just good, clean comedy.
Good comedy.
All right. You got anything to plug? You got a new Mixer account or you got a new Twitter account? Two things?
Oh, I switched back to Twitch because Mixer can suck a wiener. They're awful.
So, Hoffy Twitch?
Hoffy Coffee 27 on Twitch. I got a camera now so you can see me. If you want to know what I look like. If you are a listener from the podcast, type in the chat so I can give you a good angle. Playing like this, dude.
Yeah, you got to raise that mic up. So, I mean, not mic. You got to raise that camera up so we can see your face.
Well, then, the first time I had it, it was just like my gut, my nips, just like playing. You can see the controller just like right there.
Yeah, you definitely need to bring it up. This level's good. If you had it on this level on Twitch, golden.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just didn't know the camera could move back and forth, and I recently discovered that. You know me in technology, man. It's like if technology was a black son, I'm the father. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god! All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Hoff is gonna probably go to some sensitivity training, per company policy here at Spirit Radio Podcast.
Come on.
Such good, clean comedy.
Come on.
All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.